Hi, this is Dana with Loose Leashes Dog Training, and today we are talking about dogs with children, how to have your children behave with dogs and how to have your dogs behave with children. I have a dog here right now named Percy who has not had exposure to children. She has growled at children. She came into my house this morning growling at the kids. So we want to make sure that everybody is keeping their kids safe around their dogs and also not setting their dogs up for failure. So the first step in introducing a dog to children that has not been exposed to children is really just having them exist in the environment with the kids. It's not important for the kids to be able to touch the dog or feed the dog. It's really just important for the dog to be around the kids and get used to the sounds they make and everything like that so that everybody stays safe. She's been here a couple hours now, so she's adjusting just fine. So the kids are allowed to touch her right now. But we are supervising at all times. We are not even going to the bathroom with the children around the dog. You just never know if they step on her foot or pull her tail or pull her ears. Don't touch her ears. And you just can never be too careful, and you don't want to blame a dog when you weren't in the room to really see what happened. So we are definitely not going to ever allow children to pet a dog and then pull their hand away and then pet a dog and then pull a hand away, because the more they pull their hand away, the more it's going to freak the dog out, causing the dog to bite. So it's really most important just to teach the dog to exist around children. It's not so important to have them interacting, but we've had Percy over here sitting in her place. And the kids have been running around her just so they get used to the sounds that they make and how fast they are and everything like that while she is safely sitting in her place. So the next thing that we're going to talk about is if you're going to have your kids give treats to a dog or give food to a dog, I'm going to show you the proper way to do that. Lily? Okay, so we're never going to have the children hand it to them like this so that they can grab it out of our hands, especially because that is going to scare the dog if you move your hand real quickly. So we want to teach the kids to put their hands out flat, put the food on the floor, and keep the hands underneath the dog's mouth until they're done eating. So here, you can go first. So hand is flat. Dog is taking it out of the hands. Okay, Lily, your turn. Okay, keep your hand flat. Flat. Open and flat. Here's a couple more. And we let the dog nicely eat it out of her hands. Good. Good, right? And I would never let her scream and make high-pitched sounds around the dog. Obviously, if the dog is fear aggressive, we certainly won't be forcing the dog to be touched by the kids at all. But this dog here is really just not very socialized and just doesn't have many positive experiences around children. Okay? And then we're going to make sure that we never, ever, ever have kids touching a strange dog over the head. So we're always going to encourage our children to touch the dog under the chin and never, ever, ever to put the hand over the dog's head. Liam, come here. Liam, come here. Okay, so let's show everybody how we should pet a new dog. Should we pet them over the head? We pet them under the neck. Okay, good. Very good. You can pet them over here on the side. Okay. Notice how I have the leash in my hand. I'm always making sure that the dog doesn't lunge at the child or anything like that. Another way to get your children to interact with the dog safely, especially if a dog that is scared, is having the child do basic commands with the dog. So Percy obviously knows how to sit here. So I'm going to have Liam is going to tell Percy to sit and reward her with some of her food. Okay, Liam, tell Percy sit. Sit. Walk into her a little bit. Okay, now put your hand flat. No, 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 put your hand flat. Open your fingers and let her take them. Keep your hand just like that. No, no, don't let them fall out of your hands. Good. Good job.
That's why you didn't have it. That's me outside.
Oh.
Now where's Daddy over here?
Tell her place. Tell her Percy place and put her in her place.
Percy place.
Give her a little pull and put her in her place. Say Percy place.
Percy place.
Good girl. Okay, now walk away. Okay, go ahead, start running around and having fun. So Liam here is practicing petting the dog under the chin instead of petting her over her head. Good, you could rub her under the chin. Good.
I'm going to hide.
Good girl, Percy.
Right back.
Good girl.
I'm going upstairs.
And if she even looked at him the wrong way, growled at him, any signs of aggression, obviously we would correct the dog right away. And as you can see, I have her little leash here attached to her collar so that if she even, like I said, even gave him a dirty look, I could give her a correction to let her know from right away that that's not okay. Okay, Liam, that's enough. Oh, she wants a belly rub. It's just very important that we teach our children to respect animals and not to climb on them or go inside their crate or pull toys away from them. It's really only setting them up for failure, and it's not the dog's fault if you have a dog inside of a crate and a child goes crawling in there with them. Even the best trained dogs, you never know what can happen, so we should not put them in that situation. So let's teach our children not to pull on them, not to mess with them when they're sleeping, not to go inside their crates, not to take their toys away from them, and how to touch them and meet them, and how to always ask for permission to touch a dog. And at the same time, we need to make sure we teach our dogs to be around children, and we start by just giving them information. The second they even look at a child in the wrong way, you have to give them a stern correction. You're not going to have a conversation with them and tell them that it's not good to do that because they don't understand. So if you have a dog that growls at a child or anything, eyeballs them the wrong way, jumps at them or anything like that, you want to make sure you give them a stern correction so they understand that it is not okay to act that way around a child. Training, if there's something you'd like to see a video on, please comment below and I will make one up for you. Thank you. Bye-bye.